sudden and tragic demise in an air crash, his widow, Sunetra Pawar, will be taking his position in the Maharashtra cabinet, which means she will be becoming the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And this is the latest on the NCP succession plan. Now, how is this going to happen? Well, for formality, the NCP legislators will meet in Mumbai on Saturday. They will then recommend her name as the Deputy Chief Minister. But it doesn't end there. Sunetra Pawar will then have to get herself elected to either house. Remember, Maharashtra has a bicameral legislature, which means there are two houses, the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly and the Maharashtra Legislative Council. Now, in all likelihood, a bypoll is to be announced for the Baramati Legislative Assembly seat. This is the seat that Ajit Pawar was elected from. And in all likelihood, it now seems that Sunetra Pawar will be fielded. Now, if this happens, if Sunetra Pawar is fielded, she is likely to win uncontested, because in Maharashtra, often there have been examples where people have not put up candidates in situations like these. Now, if Sunetra Pawar then gets elected from Baramati, she will of course be in the house. She can be Deputy Chief Minister. But what happens to the Finance Ministry? The Finance Ministry was held by Ajit Pawar. Now, that particular portfolio, the finance portfolio, will be held by the Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis. Because remember, there's a budget coming up and all of those things have to be done. So this is what is going to be the NCP succession plan. It is in all likelihood that Sunetra Pawar will be also becoming the leader of the NCP, and that's something that seems to be on track for now. This is where the NCP succession plan has moved, and it's happened at a pretty quick pace, because remember, it's it was on Wednesday morning that Ajit Pawar's plane crashed, and then of course Thursday, the last rites, the funeral was held, and on Friday we have these developments taking place throughout the day of the NCP succession plan being put into motion, and on Saturday that things seem to be materializing with Sunetra Pawar likely to be sworn in as Deputy Chief Minister by evening tomorrow. That's the latest we have as far as the NCP succession plan is concerned. This is the latest developing story out of Maharashtra. Here, of course, you have a Baramati and, of course, a state that's also mourning the loss of a tall politician, a leader whom the state has elected several times. Baramati has elected several times as legislator, and he has been Deputy Chief Minister. He is someone who had command. But the party, the NCP, feels that Sunetra Pawar would be best fitted to slip into the large shoes of Ajit Pawar. Now, why is the NCP doing this? Well, for starters, it believes that that will also keep the cadre together. Secondly, the NCP, both factions of the NCP, there is talk of a reunion. And all of this, again, means that the Pawar family comes together, and ultimately there's also the family part of this. The Pawar family is an extremely close family, despite them having had political differences. For example, Sunetra Pawar has fought the Baramati Lok Sabha election against Supriya Sule, but Supriya Sule won that election. But despite that, we've seen how Supriya Sule has also emerged as a pillar of strength for Sunetra Pawar. But now it seems that Sunetra Pawar will become the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. She will hold portfolios, but before that, she will of course also have to be find a way to get herself elected, and that's likely to happen when the by-elections to the Baramati seat is announced. That Baramati Legislative Assembly seat has fallen vacant after Ajit Pawar's demise, and that's what the latest is as far as the NCP succession plan is concerned.